Hello everyone, I'm Harvey and welcome to a new video on my YouTube channel. As you can see, I finished 4th overall and 1st in England in the 2021 season in FPL, and I would like to share some tips and tricks to help you along your FPL journey. Let's dive straight into it. So to start off with, if we just review the previous week, the Game Week 3, obviously as I discussed previously, I played my wildcard and the only purpose of that was to get Salah in the team really, and obviously squeeze Palmer in as well, as you can see. So obviously the captaincy choice went to Palmer, which in hindsight was probably a mistake because Salah and Haaland came in with 17 pointers, which can be quite frustrating, but it's a marathon, not a sprint. So yeah, in future I'll probably learn from that mistake, but I'll try to go left field, but it kind of backfired. In terms of positives, so Semenyo actually got a last minute goal against Everton, where they turned over Everton from 2-0 down. He's just a great player if you haven't got him already. He's had the most shots in the league, 17 shots out of any other player so far this season, and he's got the points to back it up as well. He's very consistent at the moment, so although his fixtures are a little bit difficult in the future, apart from Southampton and Leicester, he's still a great buy if you want a cheap midfielder that's obviously going to play 90 minutes every game, and he's your man really. He's an easy keep for me, and you'll see in my team selection that he's not in the starting 11, but he's a great bench player for the future game weeks. Robertson actually got an assist despite only having 0.06 expected goal involvements, as you can see. So that could have been quite lucky really in hindsight, and Robertson actually matched Trent's point total, even though Trent got a goal disallowed against United, which could have gone a lot worse. Muniz is quietly stinking up my team at the moment. He's probably going to be a transfer out in the near future, possibly for a Vissa or Solanke when their fixtures turn, but yeah, he's a keep for now. He's got West Ham at home next week, and then obviously he's got a sea of green. He's got easy fixtures in the future, apart from that City away and Tottenham away, where that starts to get a little bit tougher. But yeah, he's a keep at the moment. And yeah, Diogo Jota and Rodgers actually blanked as well, which is quite frustrating. Diogo Jota was sort of the hold-up striker in that game against United. I think they changed up their tactics compared to the first two games. I'm still keeping him for Nottingham Forest at home, and as you can see, they've still got decent fixtures from here on in. So yeah, again, he's an easy keep. He might actually go down in price before the deadline, but that doesn't affect me because I bought him for 7.5. So yeah, he's an easy keep at the moment. Rodgers, he looks so promising, but Watkins is actually the one that's stinking up that Villa team at the moment. He's not finishing his chances and not being very clinical like he was last season. So I think his returns are coming, Morgan Rodgers. So I'm going to keep him. And again, he's only 5.1 million, so you're not expecting him to set the world alight. So yeah, he's definitely a keep. But yeah, the main thing that went wrong really was the captaincy choice. And yeah, I tried to be a little bit different, a little bit left field, but that actually didn't turn out that way, and Palmer only got a 6-pointer, although he did manage to get 2 bonus in the end. But yeah, it could have been worse, could have been better. It's sort of an average game week really. But let's move on to the team selection. So this is my team selection for Game Week 4. I've actually rolled the transfer this week. I haven't made a transfer because my team looks well set up for this week. If anything goes wrong between now and the deadline or on match day, I do have Semenyo on the bench as bench cover, just to cover any worst case scenarios really. And the same goes for Fass and Greaves. They're just there as bench players, and should any emergency points be needed or someone doesn't actually play, then they can come on. Both of their fixtures aren't Crystal Palace away and Brighton away, so they're only there for worst case scenario emergency points. In terms of the starting 11, Consta actually came off with a knock in one of the England matches over the break. I don't think this is anything to worry about because Lee Carsley after the game said that he looks fine. So I'm just waiting for Emery's press conference on Friday afternoon, but I believe that he'll be past fit, and And yeah, again, worst case scenario, I've got Faz and Greaves to come on for him. In terms of Palmer, he's actually registered as a knock on FPL. He's been training all week, and again, I'm just waiting for Mresca's press conference to pass him fit. But yeah, if you have him at the moment, he's an easy keep unless there's a drastic change about his injury. In terms of the captaincy choice, obviously I'm going for Haaland this week. I've learnt from my mistakes in the previous week, and yeah, it's between him and Salah this week. If you do have Eze, I believe that he is also a strong shout as well, but yeah, I'm going to go with the consensus really. I believe Haaland is the captain for this week. He has had a family bereavement actually, so Prep has said in his press conference that he may be touch and go, but I believe that he'll start because this happened last season, I believe, for another family member, and he still started at the weekend. So yeah, I think he's an easy captain shout for this week. In terms of the rest of the team, I've got a lot of home fixtures, apart from Raya. He has got 2 difficult fixtures coming up. As you can see, Tottenham away, Man City away, who attack. But I see that as a positive because if Raya gets lots of save points and manages to keep a clean sheet, then he's looking for bonus, as we saw against Aston Villa away in Gameweek 2. Where he actually got 3 bonus, I believe. Yeah, 3 bonus. So yeah, the reason why I went for him instead of I've seen rotations of Verbruggen and Flecken going around, but I don't want to chop and change my keepers. I don't want to switch them every week. Although they've got a good rotation, Verbruggen and Flecken. I believe that if you just stick with one keeper throughout the whole season, it's not a bad thing to do, and especially with Arsenal's defence, they're the best in the league defensive-wise. And as you can see, after Tottenham away and Man City away, you've got a sea of green, and then you hit another 3 red fixtures. But they do play Liverpool at home, and Newcastle and Chelsea aren't the most difficult fixtures, I believe. So yeah, you just got to play for the fixtures really, and you can see until the end of the season, their fixture run is absolutely wonderful. They've only got 2 difficult fixtures on paper. So yeah, I believe that I made the right decision to go for him, even though it hasn't paid off yet in the Game Week 3 wildcard. But yeah, that's the team. I think that's what I'm going to roll with, unless something drastic changes in the press conferences. I may make a transfer, but I'm sort of 99% sure I'm going to roll the transfer this week. But yeah, hopefully this will be a better week than the last, and yeah, hopefully my captaincy choice pays off. Thank you for watching this episode. If you could please like, subscribe and comment on what I should do next, that'd be brilliant. See you in the next one.